Okay, we're going to be doing Unit 3, so click Sign In. For me, it says I have to sign in with a different account because I don't have access. Again, your school account does not work. You must use a different account. I've already linked these two accounts, going to my personal account and clicking. At the top of the screen, you should see your personal account here. You should see Continue. We are working on Unit 3 today, which is basic reports. In order to advance on Unit 3, you must have completed Unit 1 and 2. We will start with Unit 3 today. I will be sharing the videos live so that you can follow along with me. And then we'll complete these activities. All right, starting with Unit 1, Audience Reports. Some of the most useful reports in Google Analytics are audience reports, which often information to the users visiting your websites. This is a great idea for your user reports, audience review, overview. Pause.
Audience reports are located under Audience in the left-hand navigation. These reports can help you better understand the characteristics of your users. This can include what countries they're in, what languages they speak, and the technology they use to access your site. But it can also include data like age and gender, their engagement and loyalty, and even some of their interests. Let's begin with the Active Users report. This can show you how many users had at least one session on your site in the last day, 7 days, 14 days, and 30 days. We call this site reach, or stickiness. If your marketing activities and site content encourage users to visit and return to your site, the active users in each time frame should grow. Next, let's look at the demographics and interest reports. The demographics report provides information about the age and gender of your users. The interest reports show your users' preferences for certain types of web content, like technology, music, travel, or TV. This information is useful in two ways. First, if you know your target audience, it can help verify that you're reaching the right people. Second, it can help guide decisions about your marketing and content strategy. Note that to see data in these reports, you must first enable advertising features in the demographics and interest reports for each property. Go into the Admin tab under Property and select Property Settings. Under Advertising Features, set Enable Demographics and Interest Reports to On. Once activated, you will see data in your demographics and interest reports about the age, gender, and interests of your users. Note that if you've just enabled this feature, it may take a day or two for the data to appear in these reports. Also, the demographic reports may not contain any data if your site traffic is very low or your segment is too small. The location report under Geo is one of the most useful audience reports. Google Analytics can anonymously determine a user's continent, subcontinent, country, and city through the IP address used by their browser. Notice the geographic heat map at the top of the report, which you can adjust to display different metrics. For example, switching the map to show % of new sessions lets you identify potential new markets based on new user traffic to your website. This can help you decide whether to build awareness or invest in customer loyalty in particular locations. You could also use the table below the visualization to identify areas that have a high number of conversions or transactions, but low traffic rates. That can indicate untapped markets to target with advertising. Another analysis technique is to identify the regions where you already have a large audience, but lower than average performance. For example, if certain regions have a higher than average bounce rate or users that leave after viewing a single page, you might need to optimize your advertising or website. Perhaps you need to translate your ad or site into a local language or add geographically specific content. Below Geo are a set of behavior reports that help you understand how often users visited and returned to your website. The new versus returning report breaks out acquisition, behavior, and conversion goal metrics for new and returning users. You can look at this comparison over time to see how audience loyalty may be shifting. Consider your website objectives, as well as your marketing activities when evaluating the mix of new and returning users to your site. Underneath behavior reports, the technology and mobile reports can help you understand what technologies your audience uses to consume your site content. These reports can help you fine-tune your site to make sure it's fully functional on different devices and browsers. For example, you can use the Browser and Operating Systems report to quickly identify issues with certain browsers on your site. If your site has a comparatively high bounce rate on a mobile browser, you may need to create a mobile-optimized version of your website with streamlined content and a simpler navigation. It's also a good idea to understand if users are migrating from desktop to mobile and plan your development accordingly. You can use the Overview report under Mobile to see a breakdown of your traffic based on smartphones, tablets, and desktop devices. Check this report to see how quickly mobile usage of your site has grown over time. The Devices report lets you see additional details about the devices used to browse your site. This includes the mobile device name, brand, service provider, input selector, operating system, and other dimensions like screen resolution. These reports can give your developers and designers direction on how to create a mobile-optimized experience to best suit your users.
Okay, so what you just went over right there was the reports overview within the Google Analytics demo account. If you scroll down here, you have access to analyze and practice what you saw using the Google Analytics demo account. We're going to be using the dates August 1st through August 1st through the 31st of 2015 to answer the following questions. So first, let's practice what we learned. So we're going to launch the demo. Again, launching the demo must require you to be in a non-Irving ISD account. Once you've launched the demo, it will show you this page. You will then click Launch Demo. Now I have to sign out of all my accounts. Scroll back, sign in, specifically to my Gmail account. Now I can launch demo account. Okay, once demo accounts launch, you always click save. This is just part of the feature. So you're going to go to the questions and it says, the first thing you need to do is select the dates, August 1st, 2015 to August 31st, 2015. So if I come back here, let's look for specific dates. Well, right here, this is the wrong dates. So we need to go to August. So let's come in here and go to August 1st. I need to change that date. That's 2020 from 2015. I need to click this one, going to, again, August 31st. Again, that's also 2015, and apply. Now that I've applied the very first step, I can come back and start working under questions. Under audience, in the demographic overview report, which age group brought the highest number of users? So again, I go to audience, reports, demographics, age. The question is asking which age group brought the highest amount of numbers of users. So which age group? So let's look at the report. So we have them listed here. We have them here. 65 only brought 821, 55 to 64. If you screen these numbers right here, the highest age group that brought the most users was 25 to 34. So you come over here, the answer is 25 through 34. Question 2, under audience, in the geolocation report for country of India, which region brought the highest number of users? So this is asking for a very specific country. So we're gonna go to audience, or sorry, analytics. We're gonna now get out of demographics. We're gonna go to geo. We're gonna pick location. We're going to then click India. And now you've clicked India, it opened a very specific region information. So now we're in a location based off of that information. Now let me show it to you one more time. come back to audiences. Okay, I clicked geo. I went to location because it's telling me I'm doing this based off of a country. So then I go through India, and now I'm looking at the region. Of these regions, which region brought the highest amount of users? Well, it tells you right here, 478 users came from this country or region. So there's the answer here. Next one, under audience in the mobile overview report, which percentage of sessions came from a mobile device user? So again, under audience, mobile overview report. So audience. Oh, 1 second. Mobile overview. I just got a question. It says, where is this test? Inside of audience reports 3.1 video, at the bottom of the video, it says complete this activity. So this is where this little test is coming from. So again, under audience, the mobile overview report, which percentage of sessions came from the mobile devices? So we come over here into mobile overview. Okay, which percentage of users came from the mobile? So if you look right here, this is the number and it's asking for the percentage. So it's 2502 to 2547 came from the mobile devices. Submit, that should be it. Okay. So here are your answers for this example. Now this is just a practice for what your test comes through, but this is allowing you to practice what you learned in audience reports. This is completing unit 3.1. We'll be completing unit 3.2 now. It is asked to note that when they refer to the word AdWords, it is now known as Google Ads.
Acquisition reports are located under the Acquisition section in the left-hand navigation. You can use the acquisition reports to compare the performance of different marketing channels and discover which sources send you the highest quality traffic and conversions. This can help you make better decisions about where to focus your marketing efforts. Before we discuss acquisition reports, it can be helpful to know how Google Analytics identifies traffic sources for your website. When a user lands on your site, the Google Analytics tracking code automatically captures several attributes or dimensions about where the user came from. This includes the traffic medium, source, and marketing campaign name. You can think of the medium as the mechanism that delivered users to your site. Some common examples of mediums are organic, CPC, referral, email, and none. Let's look at these different types of mediums. Organic is used to identify traffic that arrived on your site through unpaid search, like a non-paid Google search result. CPC indicates traffic that arrived through a paid search campaign, like Google AdWords text ads. Referral is used for traffic that arrived on your site after the user clicked on a website other than a search engine. Email represents traffic that came from an email marketing campaign. And none is applied for users that come directly to your site by typing your URL directly into a browser. In your reports, you will see these users as having a source of direct with a medium of none. Source provides more information about the medium. For example, if the medium is referral, then the source will be the URL of the website that referred the user to the site. If the medium is organic, then the source will be the name of the search engine, such as Google. Under All Traffic, let's look at the Source Medium Report in the Google Store Analytics account using the dates August 1st, 2015 through August 31st, 2015. This shows the sources and the respective mediums sending referrals, search engine traffic, and direct traffic to the site. Notice that the default sort is users. To identify effective traffic sources, we can look at the source-medium combinations with the most users. But that doesn't necessarily mean this was the best traffic. Ideally, traffic should be high quality, meaning that users who arrive from a source engage with the website or complete a conversion. A good indicator of traffic quality can be bounce rate. We can click into the comparison view and select the metric bounce rate to compare bounce rate for each source-medium combination to the site average. Sure enough, we can see that our YouTube traffic is bouncing at a much higher rate than the site average. The Google Store may want to investigate to make sure that YouTube traffic is landing on a page that's valuable to those users. If we want to see only the organic sources sending traffic to the site, we could type organic into the filter. You can see that Google referred more traffic than any other non-paid source and had a relatively low bounce rate compared to the other sources. This means that users arriving from Google Organic Search are landing on highly relevant pages. Now, let's compare the performance for all of our various Google marketing activities that generated traffic by changing the filter to Google. We can now see that organic traffic was our biggest traffic source, followed by Google CPC, which represents paid search traffic using Google AdWords. This is a great way to add context to your analysis and understand which marketing activities are generating success for your business. There are other ways to view which traffic sources bring the most engaged users to the site. Using the channels report, we could view traffic by channel, which bundles the sources together under each medium. Traffic sources are automatically grouped into basic categories, or channels, like organic, social, direct, referral, display, etc. Clicking into each channel will break out the individual sources for that channel. If you want to group your sources differently, you can create your own channel groupings in Google Analytics. We'll cover this more in an advanced course. If you want to view your traffic organized by which sites have linked to yours, you can look at the referrals report. You can even click into individual referrals to see which specific web pages link back to your site. If you want to understand which specific pages of your site are being linked to, you can add a secondary dimension of landing page to the report. This will show you which external sites are sending traffic to each of your specific pages and potentially offer you a source of new advertising partnerships with those referring websites.
Okay, so that is the overview of acquisition reports. Acquisitions, again, are reports that can provide insight on how users get to your website and tells you how your digital marketing and advertising works across different channels like email, search, and display ads. These are some of the most important actionable reports in Google Analytics. So if I had a business, for example, like Nike, and I was advertising on Nike, I want to show you an example of what that looks like. I went to Google and I typed in Nike shoes. The very first thing that pops up is the word ad. This means I am paying Google AdWords to put Nike shoes, when I type in Nike shoes, to pop up this website. It says shop the official Nike shoes on Nike.com. If you see that, if I click this link, it's going to tell them on their analytic report that I clicked the ad. If I scroll down to click this report, it tells them I didn't click the ad, and then so on. And then you can also look at other websites like Foot Locker's Nike shoes, and then they can see how often I search that item. Okay, going back to Google Analytics here. So you are now to complete the next activity. We will do this again. For you guys, we are already in luck. We started off in the same dates of August 1st, 2015 to August 31st, 2015. So we're going to practice using acquisition reports. So under acquisition in all traffic, you will find source medium reports filtered by referral traffic. So it's a big mouthful. Let's go back for it. So over here, there is acquisitions. I now click it. It's going to drop down this menu. The next thing I'm looking for is source medium reports. Excuse me. So go back. Acquisitions, all traffic, source, medium. I've clicked this. Filter by referral. So then I come over here. Here's the filter section. I'm actually going to use the word referral. So I'm going to copy this word into this. So by coming in here, typing in referral, I search for it. I have now added the filter of referral to what I am looking at. Which website sent the highest number of users, which was a referral. So if you look here by typing this in, I now see all of the sources based off of the term referral. Looking at all this data, number one is always going to be the highest one. Which website was this? Well, this is YouTube referral. Scroll back over. The answer is YouTube. Moving on to question 2. Under acquisition in all traffics, so we're going to go to all traffic. We're going to now channels. We're looking for reports. Which 3 channels had the highest number of new users? Well, all I had to do was click channels. If you look right here, it tells you the highest traffic of all new users, organic search, social, and direct. So when I come over here, I find organic search, social, and direct. Here it is, question 3. Under acquisitions and all traffic, so we come back here, acquisitions, all traffic, referral reports for users. So then I come over here, referrals. Wants to know all users, no longer specified by a certain filter. Which referral path had the most sessions? So here's your options, here we go. If you look right here, which one had the most sessions? So this is a keyword it's asking you to look for instead of users. You're looking for sessions. Again, sessions is still the highest number. Again, that would be YouTube. I'd come back over here and I'd write YouTube and I'd submit. Oh, I put this one wrong. Oh, sorry. I messed a step on this one. Let me go back and show you. Referral came from the source. So I got to go through the source and type in google.com. So let's come back here. I again filter out through the source, which is google.com. It wants to know which one was the highest users, a highest number of sources from Google that have the highest number of referral paths. It looks like Mel. Oops. Okay. All right. That is the end of this one. All right, moving on to video 3.3. We will share this video. This video is only 3 minutes long. Then we will complete this activity and then you will work on the assessment on your own. So starting the video.
You can find the behavior reports under behavior in the left-hand navigation. It's important to understand how Google Analytics calculates behavior data. If you recall, Analytics uses a small piece of JavaScript code on your website to collect data. Every time a user loads a page on your website, this tracking code creates a page view that is reported in Google Analytics. Analytics uses this to calculate many of the metrics in behavior reports. For example, the total page views metric is simply the sum of each time a user loaded a page on your website. Let's begin by looking at the All Pages report, located under Site Content, and scroll down to the data table. The page views metric shows how frequently each page on your site was viewed. By default, this report will show data by the page URI. The URI is the part of the URL after the domain name in the location bar of the browser. If you switch the primary dimension of the report to page title, you can view this report by the title listed on the web page's HTML. Other metrics in the All Pages report, like average time on page and bounce rate, indicate how engaged users were on each page of your site. You can sort the report by these metrics to quickly find low-performing pages that need improvement or high-performing content to guide future content decisions. The Content Drill-Down report under Site Content groups pages according to your website's directory structure. You can click on a directory to see the pages of your site within that directory. This is especially useful if you're trying to understand the performance of content in a particular section of your website. If you switch to the pie chart view, you can quickly see which sections of your site are most popular with your users. The landing pages report under site content lists the pages of your website where users first arrived. These are the first pages viewed in a session. You can use this report to monitor the number of bounces and the bounce rate for each landing page. A high bounce rate usually indicates that the landing page content is not relevant or engaging to those users. The exit pages report under site content shows the pages where users left your site. Because you don't want users exiting from important pages like a shopping cart checkout, it's a good idea to periodically review this report to minimize unwanted exits. The events report tracks how users interact with specific elements on your website. For example, you can use this report to track when users click on a video player or a download link. Event tracking requires additional implementation beyond the Analytics Tracking Code snippet, which we'll discuss in more detail in an advanced Google Analytics course.
Okay, that was the end of Unit 3.3. We'll finish the last bit of this questions to go over again. So going back to Google Analytics demo accounts, the dates are the same, August 1st, 2015 through August 31st, 2015. You're going to answer the following questions. Under behavior, using the overview report, which of these page titles was the most page views? So coming over here, going to be under behavior. So we're clicking behavior and we're clicking overview. This is so behavior overview. It wants to know which of these page titles had the most page views. So we're going to go look at pages. Which one had the most views? Page shop had the most views. Okay, page titles. Page viewed. Oh, there it is. So right here where it says page title. That's what it's looking at you. So site contents page title, and wants to know Google Online Store had the highest views. So again, you went to behavior overview. This is overview specific page title, and then you found the answer here. Question 2. Under behavior using site content. So we're going to go over here to behavior, site content. Next one you're looking for is content drill down reports. Content drill down reports. You're going to click that, and it wants you to which content section of the Google Merchandising Store has the highest percentage of page views. So let's go back. Content section of the Google Merchandising Store. Content section has the most page views. Okay, so here you go. Which section of the Google Merchandising Store has the highest views? So it looks right here, Google redesign has 67% of the new reviews. There's your answer. Question 3, under behavior using site content. So again, going to behavior, scrolling down, looking for site content, which is here, clicking this, looking for exit pages, scrolling down to exit pages. Which of the percentage of exits from the shopping cart page, URL shop cart? So it wants to know the percentage of exits. So right here. So now that we have the report open, it wants to look at exits for its very specific URL, which was shop something cart. Right here, what is the percentage? 1.75. Let's go back and double check. Oh, sorry, percentage of exits. So under cart was 10.14. So if you see this, it says percentage of exits right here, 10.14. Submit. You should have got all of those correct. Okay, you are now ready to take the assessment. Assessment is questions 1 through 10. You must make an 80 or higher You will spend the rest of class doing this. Once you have passed it, you will take a screenshot and upload that screenshot to this assignment here. We will review this on Thursday. At this time, please work on that. Is there any questions?